All right, hi everybody. Thank you for your hard work last week. You watched the lecture, you read the short story about Billy Budd, and you took a quiz on it. Thank you for doing that. So because you read and because you took a quiz about it, you did the first step of the hermeneutical arc by yourself. And the first step of the hermeneutical arc is you just learned the contents of the story, like what happened, who are the characters, where are they, things like this. And so good job, you did that already. Now we're going to do the part 2 of the hermeneutical arc, which is to use a method, right? Think about the contents, analyze the contents with a method. You make connections, think about it, process, what does this story mean? So that's what the part 2 is, and we are going to do that now. We'll also do part 3 as well. So the method that we're using is the method we learned in the last video, which is post-structuralism. Another name for this is deconstruction. There's a little bit of difference, but for now we'll just say that they're the same thing. So we're doing a deconstructive or post-structural reading of Billy Budd, and I'm going to do that part 2 analysis with you as you watch. So we learned about binaries. So we learned about binaries last time, hot and cold, light and dark. In Billy Budd's case, it is innocent and guilty. These are the binaries. So Billy Budd, he is kind of the innocent character. He seems innocent, right? The world is as it appears. He's kind of like has this child view of the world. Like, for example, it says, if Claggart appears to be nice, then he must be nice. He's not suspicious. So it's aura of bad or evil for Claggart. And also says that he wants revenge against Billy. He doesn't like Billy. He doesn't trust Billy. So even though Billy Budd seems innocent, what are these things going on in the story with Billy Budd, right? So these 3 things happened which kind of challenge his image of innocent. So let's think about it from deep down in Billy Budd. Like, what was going on in his heart? He spills the soup on Claggart. Was it on purpose? If you think about it from a psychoanalytical perspective, even the things that we don't know that we do, or the things that we don't think that we do on purpose, we still have our unconscious desires. We do them without thinking about it. So like in psychoanalysis, there are no accidents. It was our subconscious taking control whenever Billy Budd spills the soup on Claggart. He maybe subconsciously didn't like Claggart. So he might have a deep down hatred for authority. In this story, from the beginning, whenever the officer called him, they said, Billy Budd, come on the ship. Yes, sir. He was very much following the rules. And also his parents left him. These things kind of point to a complicated, well, maybe not complicated, but kind of, a complicated relationship with authority. Maybe he was angry at his parents for leaving him, but yet for some reason he always felt like he had to say yes to authority whenever the captain tells him to join the ship. Maybe he felt deep down abandoned, or maybe he felt deep down some kind of emotional trauma from being abandoned as a child. And so in order to protect himself, he felt like he needed to follow the rules. And so that deep down pain of abandonment, even though he kept saying yes, yes, yes in the face, deep down he might have some anger, which might be one reason why he spilled the soup on Claggart. Another reason, so when Billy is offered coins to rebel, he does not report it to the captain. Why not, right? If there was a rebellion, that would be a huge problem for the ship. But even though Billy hears about a rebellion, he doesn't tell it to the top officials. So that makes you think, okay, maybe he is good because he didn't, at least he didn't accept the gold coins. But at the same time, he doesn't really care that much about what happens to the ship. Um, he doesn't care if there's a overthrow, if there's a rebellion, or at least he doesn't care enough to report it. So that might also suggest that deep down, he has this complicated relationship with the authority. And finally, he kills Claggart with one hit. If you kill somebody with one punch, that's got to be a very strong punch. He must have been very angry. He must have been very strong, full of some kind of emotion, just with one hit to kill somebody. That must be a pretty strong punch. So just because he was, because he was full of so much strength that he could kill somebody with one punch, even Mike Tyson, the strongest, famous for knocking out people, his punches didn't kill people in one punch. It would take, many punches for him to kill someone. I don't even know if he killed anybody, but to knock them out, it took many punches. So Claggart was, so Billy Budd, with his one punch, he became the strongest man in the world. It must have been full of some kind of emotion, which is, true from the story. He was stuttering whenever he punched, right? He was like, you, which suggests, inner turmoil and emotional anxiety. So here, when Billy Budd punches Claggart, the innocent and guilty switch, right? So this is when the binary breaks down. There's a reversal in the roles. So Billy, sweet, innocent, and harmless, yet he kills. Claggart is evil, perverted, mendacious. That means he likes to lie, right? He lied to the captain about Billy, yet he dies as a victim. So this is a reversal, which is what we need to look for in post-structural readings. We look for where this one who seems innocent is not innocent, where the one who seems guilty is actually innocent, right? Why did Claggart have to die? Did he deserve to die? Maybe he wasn't a perfect person, but I don't think he deserved to die just because he didn't like Billy Budd. Captain Bear declares Billy Budd's sentence when he witnesses the blow. Struck dead by an angel of God. So what? Now we move to the third stage of the Paul Ricoeur's hermeneutical arc. Make a guess. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? Now that we've done this part 2, which we've just finished, which we analyzed through deconstruction, the innocent is not really so innocent. The guilty is not really so guilty. There's gray areas in what is innocent and guilty is not so clear. So these are some things that I guessed what the meaning could be. We seem innocent to ourselves and others, right? We need to be slow to decide who is innocent and guilty. And also kind of like, for example, Mr. Billy Budd, right? Maybe we think that we are good. We might think that we are innocent. But like Billy, we may have hidden emotions. We may have deep pain. And that pain might come out. It might give us so much power, so much anger that we punch somebody and they die. We might have the potential to really hurt people if we always think, oh, I'm so good, I'm so good, I'm so good. If we always think of ourselves as good and we don't realize our potential, our possibility to do something wrong, and maybe our emotions, our pain. I think that Billy Budd should have looked into his heart, looked into his pain to help. Maybe he didn't always need to say yes to authority. Maybe that would help him have a better relationship with authority. So I think we should. Another part of making a guess about this Billy Budd story is we should search ourselves. So whenever we're doing something new, we should ask, is this what I really want to do? And also ask, do I have any negative emotions in my life, right? If we do have a lot of negative emotions like anger at authority or something like this, or feeling abandoned, feeling betrayed, that anger could just pop out at someone innocent like Claggart, someone who didn't deserve to die. We might hurt them pretty badly if we have these negative emotions in our lives and we don't face them. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? And also, I think, Billy Budd, this story helps us think deeper about ourselves. So, like, for example, um, we might have these under hidden emotions that are driving our actions. And I think that, this deconstructive reading helps us consider those. So that is Billy Budd. Now for homework this week, I want you to read Mishima's Omi. This is in your textbook, and there is a page that I would like you to look at in our textbook. Okay, so the Mishima homework for this week is on page 26 in your Ing 20 reader. This is page 26. It looks like this on your screen. If you see this right here, it says Post-Structural Analysis, Yukio Mishima, Confessions of a Mask. Follow the English for the numbers, like large footprints, 32, came from a woman's house, 33, didn't appear until the last moment. So these are signifiers, right? Write A if it's the I, if it's the watashi, or B for omi. These are the binary characters for this story that we will read. So just write A if it's the I character, or B if it's the omi character. I'll just give you the correct answer number. He says these, but actually omi is B. You can read. This will be at the very back into the back. It's on one physical sheet. It says on my letters, so you should solve the copies. So 1, 2, 3, 2 those. It's only one sheet of paper. So get that answer on page 26. But I got page twice just in case it's funny. It's also on page right. So I hope I want to look at that real quick. It's a bit better. Okay, so this is the part, or the page 27, the next page down. So after you say, is it A or B, I want you to think about what did those signifiers, who would be the strong character and who would be the weak character, right? So there's a lot of strong and weak signifiers, like you can see number 61 looks like a strong or weak spot in his armor, 60. Enormous, 61. Yeah, so, weak and enormous. Enormous means really big, so that would probably be strong, right? So let's look at these here. The strong character. Who is the strong? Is it I or Omi? You need to decide. And which of these descriptions fit the strong? So like maybe 32, the large footprints. Maybe that means, or no, I said that was Omi. Maybe that means he's strong. But even though they're strong, even if Omi represents strong, there are probably some things that are not strong about him. And which character is weak, I or Omi? What descriptions fit the I, which tell that he's weak? Put those right here. What descriptions fit the I that are not weak?